I'm Tom Story, Pro Video Product Specialist at Canon UK. There are over 380 million podcast listeners across the world, but the world of podcasts is evolving, and video is playing an important role. In fact, visual podcasts are growing at an incredible rate. It's estimated that over 85% of podcasts are now visual. And it comes as no surprise that visual podcasts bring many benefits. Being more engaging, it helps you connect to your audience on a much deeper level. More video clips mean more marketing content to push across your channels, driving engagement, as well as opening up your podcast to more platforms to reach new audiences. And when it comes to your audience watching a visual podcast, quality is paramount. If you expect your audience to be engaged, then it's important to make sure the visuals live up to your level of top-notch audio. So, why is Canon the perfect solution for your visual podcast? Canon offer a wide range of camera solutions, from fantastic compact mirrorless cameras for those just starting out, to cutting-edge cinema cameras and beyond for those at the top of their game. But most importantly, they all share Canon's best-in-class colour science, so you can be assured that you'll get consistent, pleasing colours straight out of camera, whatever level. And the best part, this means less work for you in post-production. Canon's dual pixel CMOS AF technology will make sure your subject is always in focus. This autofocus technology is featured within many of Canon's latest cameras, offering pin-sharp and ultra-responsive results that you can rely on. Now, my personal favourite addition, featured inside cameras such as the EOS C70 and many of our other professional cameras, is the face-only AF feature. This has revolutionised the way that I personally and many other professionals shoot on set, as it means that I can rely on the camera to only focus on my subject's face. So if, for example, for any reason the subject moves out of the frame, I can rely on the camera holding focus until they return. This is ideal for smaller crews where it may not always be possible to monitor every camera's focus at all times. Now, let's talk through how to set up these features. To enable face only, simply navigate to your autofocus settings, enable face and subject tracking, change face AF to face only, and there you have it, you're good to go. When it comes to multi-camera productions, it's so important to have consistent matching colours across your cameras to keep your audience engrossed on your subject and not distracted by changes between shots. Luckily for us, Canon make things easy, and in just a few steps you're on to creating a fantastic looking podcast. So now I'm going to show you how. Firstly, before anything else, you want to make sure that your cameras are set to the same colour gamma settings. On Canon's Cinema EOS, camcorders and PTZ cameras, simply set the same custom picture settings across the cameras. For video cameras that feature it, Canon's WideDR custom picture is a popular favourite for many, as it offers a stunning out-of-camera image. In fact, it's what we've set the cameras to for this podcast behind us, and I think you'll agree, it really does look great. As well as setting the same colour gamma settings across the cameras, once you've dialed in your correct exposure, it's important to set the correct white balance. For those in a pinch, you could just simply set the white balance preset or dial in the temperature on each camera to be the same. This is great and will get you a lot closer to matching your cameras. However, as different light sources bounce around the room, the colours can vary reaching each lens. In order to achieve the best results, I would recommend performing a custom white balance setting using a grey card. Hand a grey card to your talent and ask them to hold it directly in front of their face or precisely where your subject is being lit, and position the grey card parallel to the lens. Make sure the grey card fills your camera's frame. If you need to zoom in or move the camera closer temporarily, then that's fine. Now we can select white balance preset A or B on the camera. It's as easy as pressing the custom white balance button, waiting a few seconds, and voila, your camera will choose the correct white balance. Repeat this for all the cameras, and you should now have consistent colours across your multicam setup. Today, I'm going to give you a quick run through of what we're using here in the studio, which is a popular choice for high-end podcasters. We've opted for a blend of both camera models and types to work seamlessly together. So first and foremost, we have the C70 for both our presenter and guest shots. Thanks to their large Super 35 4K sensors and DGO technology, you get a fantastic detailed image in a rather compact form factor. When combined with a bright aperture lens such as the RF85mm f1.2 or the RF24-105 f2.8, you can really help your viewer focus on the subject with beautiful out of focus areas and razor sharp detail. We have the EOS C400 as a wide shot with its full frame 6K BSI sensor offering fantastic clarity and capturing every little detail. We've opted for a wider RF15-35 f2.8L lens for this shot to capture the whole scene and add context to the podcast. Last but not least, we have one of our PTZ cameras, a remotely operated camera offering pan, tilt and zoom functionality. These cameras are used for a variety of productions, from streaming live events all the way through to podcasts and radio studios after a discreet and versatile camera that can be controlled over network. For today's shoot, we're using the CRN500 with its 1-inch type CMOS sensor to get various close-up shots of our talent to add variety to the podcast. It's worth bearing in mind the setup we have here today is just one of the many setups that can be created, so remember there's no right or wrong choice of camera, and the number of cameras can grow with your podcast too. When it comes to controlling your cameras, the Canon XE protocol streamlines camera control across a wide range of our professional video cameras, including Cinema EOS, PTZ cameras and professional camcorders. This unique protocol allows users to dynamically adjust settings in real time, such as pan and tilt on PTZ cameras, and even control zoom, focus and exposure on Cinema EOS and professional camcorders, all done using Canon's remote controllers, such as the flagship RC IP1000 controller we have here, enhancing flexibility and efficiency in a live production environment such as your podcast. My personal favourite feature is using the power zoom adapter paired with the latest RF24-105 f2.8L lens. Through the power of XE protocol, I can actually remotely control the zoom, adding a new level of dynamic movement to my podcast without needing to interact with the camera up close. When it comes to creating a visually stunning podcast, Canon have the right solution for you. Whether you're starting out with your first visual podcast or topping the charts as the #1 podcaster, there's a setup right for you. Canon's consistent and effortless straight out of camera image, along with a reliable autofocus and unrivaled camera control, makes creating a professional looking podcast a lot simpler than you may think. For more information and to discover your next podcast setup, visit the Canon website. Best of luck on your next production, and thanks for watching.